In a recent video, I listed the years 1985 and 1995 as marking failed end times predictions by the Watchtower organization. I did that on screen because the video was being translated into 11 other languages and numbers are universal. They serve as placeholders for the 2 decades in question. After the failure of their 1975 prediction, the Watchtower had to shift the focus of the fulfillment of the Matthew 24:34 generation beginning in 1914. They lowered the age required for someone to be considered part of that generation in order to buy themselves more time. In the October 15, 1980 Watchtower, page 31, they claimed that a 10-year-old in 1914 could be counted as part of that generation, making that person 80 years old in 1984. Of course, as the end of that decade approached, another adjustment was needed. The April 8, 1988 Awake, page 14, allowed witnesses to count a baby born in 1914 as part of the generation, extending the timeline to 1994. Then, in 1995, in their usual way of shifting the blame onto others, they published this in the November 1st, 1995 Awake, page 6. Eager to see the end of this evil system, Jehovah's people have at times speculated about the time when the Great Tribulation would break out, even tying this to calculations of what is the lifetime of a generation since 1914. However, we bring a heart of wisdom in, not by speculating about how many years or days make up a generation, but by thinking about how we count our days and bringing joyful praise to Jehovah. Psalm 90:12. Rather than provide a rule for measuring time, the term generation, as used by Jesus, refers principally to contemporary people of a certain historical period with their identifying characteristics. The response most of us had to that announcement was a head-scratching, huh? For most of the 20th century, it wasn't Jehovah's people who had been speculating about how many years or days make up a generation. It was the Watchtower organization. They often quoted Psalm 90:10 that specified a lifespan of 70 to 80 years. But all the speculation of the governing body proved wrong. There is no prophetic 1914 generation because 1914 is just another year with no prophetic significance at all. If you'd like to understand what Jesus actually meant when he delivered the Olivet Discourse, especially about Matthew 24:34, I've done the research and compiled it all into my book, Untangling Matthew 24, A Century of Watchtower Misinterpretation, available on Amazon.